Hey everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to hook up an external monitor to any Mac. So Apple has made it very easy to hook up an external monitor to a Mac by essentially letting you just plug in the monitor and it will work from the beginning on your Mac. So in front of me I have the three components that you will need. First is a Mac, the second will be of course a monitor, and the third is an adapter if needed. Unless you have a Mini Displayport, which looks like this, monitor, which is usually the Apple Cinema display, you will need a adapter which can be bought from BestBuy or Apple or an online vendor. I have here the VGA adapter, Mini Displayport to VGA. You can also buy one for DVI, and they're around $30. And this is what it looks like. Plug it in your cord right here, and then you plug this into your Mac. So what I've done already is I've plugged in my power source for my monitor, and you can tell I have power. So I'm going to plug in my VGA cord to the adapter. And of course, if you have the Apple Cinema display, all you have to do is just plug in your Mac. Once you have this done, plug it into your Mini Displayport. It's located above the USB ports if you have a MacBook Pro. Again, all Macs include a Mini Displayport, so you'll be able to have an external monitor on all. Once you do that, it will turn blue, both monitors, and it will flicker. And in a moment, it'll come up, and right from the start, you can take, let's say, Tweety, and drag it to your external monitor back and forth. So I'm going to switch to my on-screen view, and I'll show you how to set up your external monitor. Now what we're going to do is go into System Preferences and open up the displays under Hardware. Now one will pop up on your main window, which could be an iMac or for your laptop, your MacBook Pro's main screen. Another will pop up on your external monitor. Both will have the resolutions that support the monitor support. So for my Dell monitor, it supports a 1600 by 900 ratio, and we will select that. You have some other options you can choose. I'm just going to leave them all as default. Back at your main screen, you will see that you have many more options than on your external monitor. And first we're going to pick our resolution, which is already set, brightness, and all that. Now for arrangement, this is where you can choose if you're going to have your monitor on your left or right side. All you have to do is click, hold it, and drag it to where you want it. For me, it's on the left side. Zooming in, you can see that you have this white bar. This is your bar that you have on top of your main screen. Now it's on my main Mac, as I will not be using an external keyboard, so I will not be using the external monitor as my main monitor. But if you were, you could move it over, and once you drag it in there, you can tell on the top you now have the bar on your main screen, and everything else is located on that same screen. One other option that you have is allowing the screens to mirror each other, and by selecting that, all that will happen is both screens will look the same, and this can be used when doing a presentation or showing someone a copy of your work and they're on the opposite side of you and they may not be able to see it. Lastly, you can adjust your monitors if one monitor is higher than the other. By pulling one monitor up or lower than the other, you'll be able to drag the programs from your main monitor onto the other one in a clean process. So right here I have Tweety, and by dragging it, you can tell that it is now on the same level as my MacBook Pro's monitor, and this is because I adjusted the monitor heights. And as you can tell, this monitor is still higher than my MacBook Pro's, but by doing that feature, I was able to keep it on the same line. It's slightly higher. I can still adjust that. So now it's pretty much even, and when you drag it over, it's still on the same level. Okay, so you set up your monitor. What now? Well, I'm going to be showing you some options that you can choose. Just some common ones that I use and other people use. And the first one up is basically having your main document open whether it be like, let's say, Photoshop or something else, and having the Twitter, mail, and an RSS feed client open. Another option is having a document from Pages open on your main display, and then having a Safari browser open on your secondary monitor to do some research or just check on YouTube or something like that. I usually use this when I'm writing a paper for school, and on my second window or my second monitor, I'll open up a wiki page or something of that sort. So on this next option, something I didn't really think about until recently was that if you have Parallels or VMware, you can have the option to run it within your current setup. It's called Unity, and I'll run that for you right now. So what I have here is a Firefox window that it's actually currently running in the Linux VMware window and workspace, and it's right here inside my Mac as if it's part of my Mac. So if I switch it back to window mode, here I have a window mode, and what you can do is you can bring this to your external monitor and do it full screen, and essentially what this will feel like is you have a Mac and a Linux, and if you do Windows for gaming or something of that sort, you can have both of them open and still use your Mac as well as using your virtual machine. I think this is a really nice option to have when using the virtual machine, as when I was using the Boot Camp from Apple, one of the problems I didn't like is that you cannot switch back and forth from a Mac easily, and I know you can do this on one monitor using Parallels or VMware, but having a secondary monitor to just put that machine fully open and still use your Mac and have nothing in the way, I just think that's a really good option for people using virtual machines constantly on their Macs. And so hopefully this gave you some options and ideas of what you can do with a external monitor, and hopefully now you see that it is very simple to set up an external monitor on a Mac, and Apple has done a really good job with incorporating all the drivers already installed, so all you have to do is just plug it in and it will automatically work. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe for my future videos, and I'll see you in my next video.